All right, gang, it's Hexy. Let's get a little more Shiloh under our belt here. So we've now played into the get ready to start the 3 p.m. turn. So we played 3 more turns, and not a whole lot of progression has been made. I mean, it's taken me all of this time to get Hardy shifted so that Breckenridge can get through this gap here. So in a sense, Breckenridge's attack is just now at 3 p.m. in the afternoon getting ready to start. Okay? Most of his stuff will probably go into attack order here. I decided not to pull Bragg away because he was actually beaten up on Hurlbut pretty good. He got some good breaks here on Hurlbut. So I didn't want to stop that. Polk finally got online somewhat to hit the large units from the 6th that came off of Pittsburgh Landing down there, some of the unassigned units, and they're in reality still unassigned. Well, they're out of command, more or less. I'm not putting markers. There's got to be too many markers on there because now I need to get... Prentice has recovered most of his routed troops. So once these brigade command, and he's still, let me tell you something, they're still pretty potent. There's a lot of strength there. And now that funny route rule is gone, I can get them back in the fight, and hopefully between them and the brigade of, who is Wallace that's over here, they can check them. Can check Polk, because Polk's attack is, granted, one brigade is hit, but now he's getting ready to pull his other 3 or 4 into the fight. They're just about closed in enough to get in there. I figure another 2, 3 activations, and I'll be pretty heavy. Bragg, who, like I've said it before, he has done very well. They've now run the Union pretty much out of the old cotton field here, okay? I don't know if there's anything. I got to check the victory. I got to close out the turn. I got to do the end stage or the end sequences of the turn. I haven't done that yet, like the BCE and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that some of Hurlbut's stuff is destroyed. He really does. I mean, you're looking, everything that Hurlbut owns is right here. And as you can see, and he's lost 3 complete batteries of guns, and he's still got, it looks like 5 regiments over there that are routed. And he's got nobody, he's got this leader here is trying to move out down the road so he can recover. So he went up there in the thickets in the Hornet's Nest to make a stand. And it looks like he's going to have to get run out of there because Bragg is just enveloping him, bypassing him, headed straight for Wallace's brigade that's over here on the left side, which is out of command from him. Wallace isn't far. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I could just, if I get the leader in the right spot, I could probably get him in command. So we'll have to see how that develops. So while Cleburne was doing his shifting, Sherman recovered almost everything over here. And then I said, you know what? Wallace's 2 brigades are sitting over here untouched yet. Let's flip everybody onto the attack. So Sherman's, all his units are in attack mode. McClernand has got a couple brigades that are in attack mode. Well, 1 right now in attack mode. And you still got a brigade from Wallace sitting back here. And then this one here, we're going to pull this brigade forward, this other brigade from Sherman forward, and we're going to go punch McClernand in the face and see if we can't drive him out of here and put Breckenridge in check before Breckenridge can punch too far. There's only 3 hours of daylight, 4 turns of daylight left, and I don't know. The only victory conditions, of course, I've been noting were the ones of taking the fields by a certain time. But I think these next 2 turns will be the tail of the tape. If the Confederates, if Breckenridge can get going, and Cleburne's he's not even close to destroyed by any means. He's still very potent, but he's looking at the makeups of 3 pieces of 3 divisions here that he's going to have to deal with. So Breckenridge needs to stump McClernand's brigade that's sitting here, which they're beat up pretty decent, and then these guns, and then you got like I say, a large brigade of Wallace sitting back here. I think the big story is going to be right in here on the corner of the Hornet's Nest, Wickerfield up there with Polk starting his attack, and Bragg's got one brigade that's completely untouched. They're just now getting forward to the fight. Matter of fact, they will probably go into attack orders. If they're not already, yeah, they'll probably go into attack orders on the next turn. So, yeah, because they're set up here in advance orders. And try to, if they crush this side, and then maybe some cavalry can shoot down there to Pittsburgh Landing, run those guns off down there and block those landings before the Army of the Ohio can get here. So I'm sticking with it. So you figure I have played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I played 10 turns. That's pretty good for Hexy on a campaign. So like I said, I want to play through the first day, because I'm pretty sure once you hit nightfall on the first day, if the Confederates have not overwhelmed and BCE'd a bunch of this stuff, there's no way they're going to win this. The other thing too is the activations have just been, oh man, what have I struggled with is one is, had I had it my way, Breckinridge would have already been into this attack up here, but trying to get Hardee out of the way so he can get through there, because when you got units in attack mode, you're not going to be moving too far, especially in the woods, and then when you start to get in the thickets. So there was no way I could get Breckinridge's whole corps on the punch. They're finally going to get their chance now. And then just the number of activations getting in and people being out of command. Not so much for the Confederates, they're minimal here and there, but the Union line itself having units out of command. Now, fortunately for them, they're not throwing punches. They're just trying to hold their ground. But tell you, man, one of the keys to this thing here is definitely when you're in the firefights is and I haven't done a whole lot of shock combat. There's two. There's those 3 batteries. Let's see, 4 total batteries for the Union and a section for the Confederates have been eliminated either by fire or the couple of shock combats. This is mostly a firefight at close range, and you get these disruptions and you have a lot of green and low morale units. You get that second disruption, and even worse, if you got a disrupted unit and you get a 1D big D or a 2 big D result, they're losing 1, 2 strength points, even 3 strength points at a time, and then they're backing off. So this is what's happened over here. Wallace needs to recover this brigade. Prentice needs to get these brigades up here, because Bragg, which this brigade here is in great shape. Like I say, this is the new fresh brigade that hasn't been touched yet. They're getting ready to punch right through the William Manor George House. William Manza George House, whatever. And then, like I say, Polk is starting his attack. So I think these next 2 turns are going to be extremely interesting for the Confederacy on the right, on their right, the Union left over there. All right, so they got Into the Woods, Shiloh, 3 more turns down. We're going to start the 3 p.m. turn. And let's get this thing posted so y'all can see what's going on. Talk to you soon.